Good morning, students. How you all are? Hope you all are well. We are back with our class, and in today's class we are going to start second part of chapter 3 from the book of civics. What is government? In the previous class we tried to get the answers of few questions like what is government, why we need government. Then we had seen three levels of government: state, central and local. We had also seen that how our government works. Our government is legislative, that is law making. Once the law is made, the work of implementing the law is with executive, and if there is some challenges in the law, that we can claim in the court. We had also seen that government is mainly responsible for everything, that what we eat, how we eat, the water which we drink, for the electricity, for the cleanliness, for the good relation with the neighbors, and almost everything. In today's class, we are going to discuss that what is different types of government, means government कैसे कैसे बन सकता है. Although there are different kinds of government, basically there are two types of government. One is democracy, second is monarch. The first one is democracy, second one is monarch. Now we will discuss in detail about these two types of government. The first one is democracy. Actually, what happens in democracy? It is the right and power of the citizen to elect their representative or government. For example, आप लोगों की क्लास में मुझे एक मॉनिटर को चुनना है. So what I will do? I will ask that those who all want to become the monitors, please stand up. मान लो दो बच्चे खड़े होते हैं, एक तन्मय और एक राघव. Now I will ask every one of you to cast your vote. Cast your vote. That means मैं बोलूँगा जो भी लोग तन्मय को वोट देना चाहते हैं वो अपना हाथ ऊपर करें. उसके बाद मैं काउंट करूँगा. Then I will say how many of you want to vote to Raghav? Raise your hand. आप लोग हैंड रेज करेंगे. After that I will count. जिसको ज्यादा वोट मिला होगा he will be class captain. Suppose you imagine that Raghav got the maximum votes. Okay, so Raghav will be your class captain. This is an example of democracy. In democracy, the citizen of that particular country decide who will be the members of government, and they only elect the government. Clear, students? If you want to read about democracy, that you can get in page number 31. I am going to read. Who gives government this power to make decisions and enforce laws? The answer of this question depends on the type of government there is in country. In a democracy, it is the people who give the government this power. They do this through elections, in which they vote for the particular person and elect them. Once elected, these persons from the government, in a democracy, the government has to explain its action and defend its decision to the people. So as we had seen that in democracy, we people only select our leader, and the selected leader is responsible for whole of the country. Clear, students? Now next type of government is monarch. Monarch means king or queen. आज से बहुत साल पहले क्या होता था, जो राजा है उसका जो सन होगा, उसका जो बेटा होगा, he will be next king and his son will be the next king. This is example of monarch. where the king and the subordinates of the king will be the ruler of the country. So basically we have these two types of government, and I definitely know that you all understand that we had democracy in our country. In India, we have democratic type of government. Clear, student? As we had read about the democracy, in the next paragraph, we can find about monarch that I am going to read now. Another form of government is monarchy. The monarch, king or queen, has the power to make decisions and run the government. The monarch may have a small group of people to discuss matters with, but the final decision-making power remains with the monarch. Unlike in a democracy, king and queen do not have to explain their action to defend the decision they take. So basically, as we discussed that there are two types of government. One is democracy, one is monarch. Now we will discuss what are the differences between these two types of government. डेमोक्रेसी में जो गवर्नमेंट होता है, जो लीडर होता है, दैट इज सेलेक्टेड बाय अस थ्रू इलेक्शन, बट इन मोनार्क द किंग एंड his sons will be the leader of the country. That means there is no election. So this was the first difference. Second difference is that the government is responsible for every decision. Means government जो भी decision लेता है, the government is responsible. Government is answerable for that. कि government ऐसा decision क्यों ले रहा है, इससे क्या, किसको क्या फायदा होगा, क्या नुकसान होगा, why it is essential. All those things should be very clear by the government in democracy. But in monarch, it is only the king or queen who takes the decision. No one can question them, and the king or queen is not answerable to anyone. So I hope you all have understood about the types of government. Students, just now we had seen that there are two types of government. One is democratic and the other is monarchy. We had also seen that our country in India, we are having democratic government. Nowadays in our country, democratic government is called as representative democracies. Representative democracies. Try to understand that why it is called so. As the basic idea behind the democracy is that rule by the people or participation by the people. अब ऐसा मान लेते हैं कि हम पूरी क्लास जो है उसको कुछ डिसाइड करना है. अब वो डिसाइड करने के लिए वो क्या करेगा, वो एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन को एक मॉनिटर या फिर एक किसी भी लीडर को अपने में से चुनेगा एंड उस लीडर को वो भेजेगा कि तुम जाओ प्रिंसिपल ऑफिस में इस बात को कन्वे करो कि हमारे क्लास में साफ सफाई अच्छे से नहीं हो रही है, या फिर वी वांट फ्यू न्यू बुक्स इन द लाइब्रेरी, एंड यू विल सेंड दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन और रिप्रेजेंटेटिव टू द प्रिंसिपल ऑफिस. So this is a example of representative. In the same way, we have representative democracy, in which what happened, we elect a particular person as our leader, and that leader will be representing us in every decision. Clear, students? One more time I will read it from your book. You can also see it, page number 32, first paragraph. India is a democracy. This achievement is result of a long and eventful struggle of the Indian people. There are other places in the world where people have also struggled to have democracies. So definitely, if today we are belong to a democratic country, we should feel very happy, we should feel very privileged, we should feel very much satisfied that we live in a democratic country. The main feature of a democracy is that people have the power to elect their leader. So in sense of democracy is ruled by the people. The basic idea is that people rule themselves by the participating in the making of these rules. So in representative democracy, we elect a few people who will be our representatives, and they will represent us whenever they are taking some decision. Clear, students, about representative democracy? The next new term that is very important and we are going to discuss is universal adult franchise. Clear, students? Universal adult franchise. This we will explain now, as we had seen that in representative democracy we elect our own representative, and the election process through which every adult who is 18 years or above has a power to elect the government is called universal adult franchise. One more time I am repeating, according to universal adult franchise, every person, whether boy or girl, rich or poor, of high class, high caste or low caste, they all are eligible for giving the vote in election to select their representative. Earlier, in so many years back, when this law came, in some countries it was like that only boys can vote or men can vote, girls cannot vote. Somewhere it was like that only rich people and high caste people can vote, not the poor and low caste people. So this is not universal adult franchise. But in universal adult franchise, every person who is 18 years or above has right to vote to elect its own government. So students, clear with the new two terms, first representative democracy and second universal adult franchise. Page number 33, you can read about universal adult franchise. A government cannot call itself democratic unless it allows what is known as universal adult franchise. This means that all adults means 18 years or above in the country are allowed to vote. So clear? As we were discussing about universal adult franchise, from very beginning it was not like that. In the US, during the time of World War I, the women got their right to cast their vote at that particular time. After the First World War, they started a movement that was called Women Suffrage Movement, in which all the women of that particular area, they demonstrated and they demanded right to vote. Only after their protest, they got their right to participate in the election. Even in the case of India, before independence, only wealthy men has right to vote. But just post pre-independence time, all the people who were unprivileged, they all gathered. The different social reformers like Mahatma Gandhi also supported them, and after that they got the right to participate in the election. We will read about this in page number 33. In India, before independence, only a small minority was allowed to vote, and they therefore came together to determine the fate of majority. Several people, including Gandhiji, were shocked at the unfairness of this practice and demanded that all adults have the right to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. In the coming paragraph, even you can see that an article that Mahatma Gandhi, that how he touched with this unfair meal, that also we will read. Writing in the journal Young India in 1931, Gandhiji said, "I cannot possibly bear the idea that a man who has got wealth should have the vote, but that a man who has got character but no wealth, no literacy, should have no vote, or that a man who worked honestly by the sweat of his brow day and day out should not have vote for the crime of being poor man." So Mahatma Gandhi was one such figure who just motivated the poor peoples that they should gather and they should try to get the right to participate in the election, as it was one of the basic rights of every human. And in page number 32, in this box you can find about the women suffrage movement. We just discussed it. Now I am going to read it. Page number 32. Nowhere in the world have governments willingly shared the power. All over Europe and USA, women and the poor have had to fight the participation in government. Women's struggle to vote got strengthened during the First World War. The movement is called Women's Suffrage Movement, as the term suffrage usually means right to vote. So it's not just like that, where India means the people were not having right to vote in the almost 100 years back. But even in the some other parts of our world, especially in the Europe, the women and the poor people, even they were not having the right. But only after a mass movement, they got their right to vote. And now, universal adult franchise is an important term of a democratic country. If a country is a democratic country, necessarily it should have universal adult franchise. That means all adults, that means 18 years or above, has right to vote, right to participate in election. So here our chapter is finished, and now it's your time. First you read the chapter. If you have any doubt, you just ask. It will be solved, and after that you start writing question answers on page number 34. Exercise question that is also already discussed in the previous class. Page number 34, two homework I was given in the previous class. The other questions that you can write now in your classwork copy. I will just read and explain it. Question number 1. What do you understand by word government? List 5 ways in which you think government affect your life. So what is government that we had seen, and in the first page of the chapter itself we find so many points that decides that how government affect our life. So that you have to write. Question number 2. why do you think government needs to make rules for everyone in the form of laws? That also we had seen that government is responsible to maintain the relationship with the neighboring countries that to in a peaceful way. So government is must and it has to make different laws to safeguard country and its people. Name two essential features of democracy. That also we had seen that representative democracy, universal adult franchise. Apart from this, there are some more important points that also you can add if you want. Question number 4. What was suffrage movement? That also we had discussed. So I think student, we had our chapter is finished, and if you have any doubt, you just ask it and you start writing the question answers. Thank you students.